Assalamualaikum to our beloved lecturer and to all our friends. We are from Group 6 and we choose sole proprietorship. My name is Khaira Nisa binti Saiful and let me introduce our group member. Nurul Izzati binti Muhammad Ali, Putri Mardiana Ayu binti Mazlin, Muhammad Riza bin Sulaiman and Nur Amalina binti Nizam. About the assignment. Okay, let me see what contains in this assignment. First, the background of the business such as type of business, location, owner capital and business activity. For the second point, the business characteristic such as type of liability, number of owner, capital contribution, books and account keeping, business establishment and profit sharing. For the third point, classification of business item such as asset, liability, owner equity, revenues and expenses that relate to business economic activities. For the fourth point, the recording process of business, recording process from source document until preparing the financial statement. For the fifth point, the strengths and weaknesses of the recording process. And last but not least, conclusion. Expectation from the assignment. Students are able to learn more about the characteristics of sole proprietorship business, expose students to the actual accounting business process, help students to learn more on accounting cycle from source document until preparing a financial statement. The assignment actually aims to help students to record books and account keeping. Students are able to prepare financial statements of sole proprietorship. Limitation from the assignment. The easy distraction in terms of lack of focus for the assignment, especially at home. Limited time for the interview because the business owner is busy. Discussion with group member is limited due to different ideal time. And the discussion is very limited due to only use WhatsApp platform. Organization background. Name of company, Katwa Selera Pantai Timur. Date of commencement, February 2020. Type of business, sole proprietorship. Nature of business, restaurant. Owner capital, Ringgit Malaysia 80,000 ringgit. Owner by Encik Sazwan. Address nombor 19 Jalan Dagangan 15 Pusat Bandar Bertam Perdana Kepala Batas Pulau Pinang. Katwa Selera Pantai Timur restaurant run by Mr. Shazwan has been operating in February 2020. At the beginning of the operation, they only operated on a small scale by opening stall at the night market. Now they have managed to open a restaurant operating in Bertam and another branch in Seberang Jaya. Katwa Selera Pantai Timur restaurant is named after Encik Shazwan's mother. Katwan, meanwhile Selera Pantai Timur means they only offer a menu or dish specialty from the east coast of Malaysia. Then the combination become Katwa Selera Pantai Timur. According to Mr. Shazwan, they started their business by capitalizing on their business when the opening stall at the night market and capital from Mr. Shazwan's mother. The main menu sold at this restaurant is coast food from the East Coast Malaysia, such as nasi kerabu, nasi dagang, nasi belau, mi celup, laksa and many more. All the food can be choose its main dish, such as their spicy fried chicken, grilled meat, fish deep in flour and chicken splash. Katwa Selera Pantai Timur restaurant operates at nombor 19 Jalan Dagangan 15, Pusat Bandar Bertam, Kepala Batas Pulau Pinang. While another branch of their restaurant is located across the Seberang Jaya Pulau Pinang. The factor where they choose the location to open their restaurant because there are large parking lots surrounded with residential areas near university and manufacturer factory and also developed places. This also can attract students and workers to their business location. Apart from walking to the store, customer can also order from Kak Wan Selera Pantai Timur restaurant through the application Panda Food and also Grab Food.
Business characteristic for Kak Wan Selera Pantai Timur is a sole proprietorship company, and this means this business is owned by one person. For this Kak Wan Selera Pantai Timur, it is owned by Mr. Shazwan himself. This business is also managed and controlled by the owner himself. In terms of the legal and lawful, Kak Wan Selera Pantai Timur got SSM certification to run their business. And next, sources of the capital. The owner using his own money to start the business from the beginning. And for the unlimited liability, the owner personally liable for all the debts of the business that they run. But if the owner gain the profit from the business, it means all the profit is go for himself.
Next, we move to another slide, which is the classification of business item. First is a capital. They start with 483 ringgit for the first time their operation, and after a few years, it start with 7,322 ringgit. For the asset, they divided into two, which is current asset and asset. For the current asset is cash in hand is 15,049 ringgit. Cash in bank is 35,353 ringgit. For the non-current asset, they have a computer, franchise, building, printer, and furniture. For their revenue, cost of goods is 100,000 to 200,000, and cost of sales is 6,000 to 11,000 per month. And for their expenses is their utilities, license, suppliers, telephone and internet, ingredient, wages, delivery, stationery, maintenance, and salary of staff. And for their liabilities is bank-in loan for third party.
The accounting process starts with recording business transaction that the details are taken from source documents. There are several types of source documents such as invoices, bills, receipts, debit and credit note. As for Kak Wan Selera Pantai Timur restaurant, they collected all the receipts of customers' purchases, both cash and also online transfer. So for purchasing materials from supplier, they collected invoices and arranged accordingly to each suppliers. The second step are journal. Journal is a detailed account that record all detail of financial transactions of business. So there are a few types of journals such as general journals, purchases journal, sales journal and more. However, this restaurant did uses a few types of journal by recording all finances using Microsoft Excel. They uses general journals, purchase, sales journal, cash payment and also online transfer. So in this slide, these are the example of their journal and also their cash payment flow that they have recorded in their Microsoft Excel table. After transitions are recorded in the journal entry, the total will be posted into the appropriate account in ledgers. However, this business restaurant did not record their debit credit as their format. Owners only recorded in Excel sheet table according to each category, and they key in the details manually every single day.
The fourth step in the process are trial balance. That is an accounting report that lists the balance of debit and credit account totals of the business ledgers account to ensure it is recorded correctly and for error adjustments. Owner does not apply this process as well as he recorded the details in Excel sheet to help him go through his account flow. The last one would be financial statement. It is to present the result of the operation that includes statements of profit and loss and statement of financial position. As for Kat Wan Sierra Pantai Restaurant, the owner compiled both statements of profit and loss as well the financial position statement in the same Excel sheet. It is because they did not apply ledgers and trial balance process. The owner looked through with what they have, key in manually to calculate their financial statement.
Next, we move to the string and the witnesses of recording process in business. So we move to the string one. The first is a maintain business record. Is the account record process is the maintain of business record that could help the owner to record all the financial transaction about the respective year systematically in the book of account. Humans are not like robots who can memorize in a long time period due to their size and complexity. And next is can record more securely. The manager will save the latest data from their record at the restaurant to another hard disk, so it is a rescue from disaster or if anything happened with the restaurant like fire, flood, terrorists and others. Third is the outcome and income record, which is in this restaurant they record all outcome and income on their financial statement. This can show whether their business is improving, which items are selling or what things they need to improve. Now we move to the witnesses. First is a manipulation of an account. If the individual who managed the account is untrustworthy and not responsible for their work, manipulation will occur by cheating on their financial details. They could manipulate the account. For example, the money from a business drawing used for personal use, but in account the report is labeled as business purpose. Second is don't have a ledger in accounting format. In the general ledger, as an essential part of the accounting process, without a ledger, your accounting books can quickly become sloppy and disorganized, thus causing financial inaccuracies and issue down the road. Third is don't have a proper record, which is the owner does not create the journal and ledger. Since this business is family business, they just keep the accounting record for the personal business. This can cause their business balance sheet. This can cause their business balance sheet, cash flow statement, and income statement.
So, in this presentation, we have discussed about the background, the characteristic of the business, the recording process as well as the strength and the weaknesses. Kat Wan Sierra Pantai is a sole proprietorship. It have 2 branches at the moment, but in our opinion, they might need to spend more on advertising to increase sales for both branch. We also get deeper insight for the cost and process of opening a restaurant. However, it does not apply the recording business process fully. They are using ways that they feel manageable for them. So from here, we get to see the limitation of not having a complete recording of business process.